What was unique about this investigation is the chain of evidence that allowed us to get to those charges, in particular to the other investigations. We've been able to obtain good evidence in this investigation that allows us to, that makes us investigators believe that Dennis Okimo trafficked this firearm to the youth, and then from there these events took place. Without getting into too more details, it's definitely unique in that we had the right evidence in place for that to occur, and in saying that we consult with Crown on these investigations and every one we do, and they supported these charges too. So we're confident in the charges that we laid in this investigation. If you get involved in firearms trafficking and you traffic firearms, like, I think there's no excuses. Like, you ought to know what's going to happen once you put those firearms into somebody's hands that shouldn't have firearms. If you put yourself in that situation and you sell a gun illegally, you ought to know what could happen. And this is one of those outcomes that is tragic, and it could happen. It's happened in other events as well. Last Thursday, we arrested a 19-year-old Dennis Okimo, who is accused of trafficking the firearm used in both shootings, an unrestricted semi-automatic .22 caliber rifle. Our investigation has led us to conclude that shortly before the March 12th restaurant shooting, Okimo sold the rifle directly to a 16-year-old youth. And as we know, this youth went on to shoot the innocent man in the restaurant. And then days later, Constable Ryan, Constable Jordan, his own mother, and himself. In addition to firearms and drug-related charges, Okimo is charged with 3 counts of criminal negligence causing death and the deaths of our 2 police officers, as well as the youth who killed him. He also faces 2 counts of criminal negligence causing bodily harm in the shootings of the youth's mother and the male victim in the restaurant shooting. Okimo is also charged with 3 counts of manslaughter for the deaths of the 2 police officers, as well as the self-inflicted shooting death of the 16-year-old male shooter. In my 20 years in this career, this is one of the most complex and tragic investigations I've ever been involved with.